Hey guys, Karis here from KaraSnyder.com. Thanks for following along and just watching these videos. I hope that they are a continued encouragement for you. I hope that you are able to pull some things from these videos that are helpful for you as you continue to live your life and as you continue to walk on the journey that God has for you. And today I want to come to you and just talk to you about some things that God has really been reminding me of. And if you are a woman, if you are a college age girl, if you're a high school girl, middle school girl, this is probably something that you need to be reminded of too. And it is the fact that we need to remember that we are created in God's image. And I know that in today's world, in today's society, in our social media craze and frenzy, it is a world full of filters, full of you don't know what's real, you don't know what is real, you don't know what's fake. Is this fake? Does this have a filter? Does this not have a filter? The fact that we even have to put a hashtag under our pictures that we have that says no filter is the fact that our world is in a really odd place right now. We are in a place where it's confused. There are so many who are confused in this world today, and they need to know the true message from God. They need to know what God's word says. So what does God's word say? Maybe you need to be reminded of this too. And I encourage you, after you watch this video, go read Psalms 139. But first I want to just remind you what Genesis tells us when God was creating the world, when God was creating the sun, the moon, the stars, when he was creating humanity. He looked at it and he said that man and woman was created in his image. So I looked up the definition of image. And you know what? It says to resemble closely. To resemble closely. So when that says that we were created in God's image, that means he created us to resemble him closely. And then it goes on to say that he looked at everything he created and he said that it was very good. So first and foremost, you need to know that even if the world looks at you and it calls you ugly things and people may say things about you that is hurtful and not true, what God says about you is that when he looks at you, he says that it is very good. It is very good. Now, Psalms 139, I love this chapter. And it has been a great encouragement for me and for my life. This will be another story for another day, but when I was born with cerebral palsy in my left side, and I struggled with that because there were kids who made fun of me, and there were things at times that I couldn't do like everybody else, but it helped me to go after what I wanted to go after, and it helped me to overcome. But I have to remember, just like Psalms 139 tells us beginning in verse 13, it says, "For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed substance. In your book were written, every one of them, the days that were formed for me, when as yet there was none of them. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God. How vast is the sum of them. If I would count them, they are more than the sand." How awesome is that? For any of you who have been to the beach or at the beach right now, pick up the sand, the grains of sand. You cannot count them. And if you're like us, you carry it home with you in the car because you just cannot get it off of you. And to know that our Father, the God of this universe, his thoughts towards us outnumber the grains of sand. And when he created us, he created each of us intricately. He woven all of us intricately together. And he wanted us to be different on purpose, for a purpose. He even went all the way to the fingerprints on our hands. Not one person's is the same. He created you in his image. He did not create you to be like everyone else. This is where the world confuses us. It gives us the message of go be you, go be different, go be who you are. And then it turns around and says, Put this filter on, put that filter on, look this way, look that way, look like everyone else, look the same. It's a confusing message. But God's message is the same. It has never changed and it never will change. And He says that you were created in His image. And He says that He spent time on you and He wove you together intricately. And His thoughts about you are vast. And that's how much He loves you. I love in Zephaniah 3:17, it says He sings over us. He rejoices over us. He, again, the God of this universe, takes great delight in us. He takes great delight in you. So, don't look at your outward self. We're supposed to be different. We're not supposed to look like other people. But God takes a look at the heart, and He takes a look at how He made you, and He didn't give you gifts like the girl sitting beside you. He didn't give you talents like the girl who lives in another state, or the people you're going to walk your halls with in school in the fall, or the people you go to work with. There's a reason we're all created differently. And just like our human body, we're not made up of one leg. We're not made up of just one arm. We're not one huge eyeball. Every part of the human body is important, and it functions the way that it's purposed to function. You're supposed to function the way God created you to function, to work and to operate in what He's given you. And I love in Psalms 139, it also talks about how we cannot get away from God. He is with us. He will never leave us. He'll never forsake us. He's with us in the highest of the high moments and in the darkest of the darkest pits. Even in the darkness, His light shines. And He's looking for you. He's searching for you. He leaves the 99 to go after the one. That's how important you are. So as you continue through your days and through the summer, as you go to school, as you get ready to go to work, or wherever it is, remember, you were created in the image of God, closely resembling Him. And He has put some amazing things inside of you that this world needs. He needs us to use what He's given us to help this world that is confused and is lost and is searching for what they're supposed to be, for who they're supposed to be, and we have the answer. They need to know what God says about them too. So I encourage you today to remember that you are created in the image of God, and He rejoices over you, and He is singing over you today. So take encouragement from that, take peace from that, and have hope in that. And I would challenge you to go share that with someone else who's searching, who's looking for what they need. No more filters. Just be who God created you to be and walk in the things that He has given you, and continue to walk and search after Him, search after His heart, and you'll know even more what He has for you, what He wants you to do in the little things, in the ordinary things of life, and in the extraordinary opportunities that will come. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. I hope this is encouraging for you. Don't forget, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll talk to you again soon.